Warning: if you're watching this video before, you're in luck. It's only a matter of time before the big energy companies try to bury this video, because I found a loophole to create your own electricity so you don't have to depend on the grid or pay outrageous power bills ever again. And I'm about to share it with you. Take a look around. The world is changing. You used to be able to own a diesel truck without getting climate approved. You used to be able to take out cash at the bank without asking permission first. You used to be able to raise chickens and goats without government approval. But these days, you have to ask permission for everything. And the reason you have to ask permission for everything is because the government is trying to take control of everything that makes you independent. They're building more apartments to keep people renting instead of owning, because renters are easier to control than homeowners. They're buying up farmland, shutting down family farms, and building mega farms to have full control over the food supply. They're restricting what you can grow, what animals you can raise, and how much land you can even use for yourself, because they want greater control over how you live and what you're allowed to produce. They're even making it borderline illegal to collect rainwater in some states so they can control the water supply. And now, the next thing they're coming after is something every single one of us needs to survive. We need it to cook our food, power our homes, charge our phones, run our fridges, and even watch the news. That one thing is electricity. Because why do you think they're shutting down coal plants, banning gas stoves, and banning gas-powered cars? It's not to save the planet. It's to make sure everything that needs power, from your lights to your oven, runs on their electricity, because once you can't heat your home, cook a meal, or even drive to work without using their electricity, they have full control over you. They'll decide when your lights go on and when they shut off. They'll decide what your power bill will cost. They'll decide how much power you're allowed to use. And you don't get to fight back. You do exactly what they say, or else they'll shut your power off and you'll sit in the dark. So the reason I made this video is to make sure the government never takes control over your electricity. Not now, not ever. Because there's a way to generate your own electricity completely off the grid for pennies on the dollar. It's all thanks to a forgotten invention made by one of the most famous inventors in history, Thomas Edison, over a century ago. Edison's private research team created a device that could generate clean electricity on demand and work from anywhere in the world. And the government fought to keep this invention hidden for over 100 years. But now I've managed to get my hands on the original blueprints for this forgotten energy generator. And in the next few minutes, you'll hear the strange but true story of how I got my hands on these blueprints. How this device instantly creates electricity on demand. How 88,407 Americans are already using this device to slash their power bills by 90%. And how you can build this device in a few simple steps, even if you've never built anything in your life. Because once you have your own electricity, the government can't touch you. They can't shut you down. They can't increase your power bills. And they can't punish you for using too much power. Keep watching to see how this forgotten invention puts you back in control of your power and slashes your power bill by up to 90%. Hi, my name is Barnaby Brown. I'm nobody special, just a retired engineer from Boulder, Colorado. But I've got a heck of a tale to tell. My story begins in a way that may seem familiar to you. If you're a patriotic American, maybe you can relate to my struggles. I dedicated my career to my country, working as an engineer in the Army, then in the defense industry. When I retired, I thought I'd get the chance to put my feet up and relax, enjoying the home I'd built in the Rockies with my own hands, taking my grandkids hiking and fishing in the woods. I thought my modest income would be enough to see me through my golden years. I'd been on a tight budget for sure, but I thought I'd make it. Trouble is, I hadn't reckoned on the skyrocketing cost of electricity. According to the U.S. Energy Information Administration, electricity prices have rocketed by 55% in recent years. In some states, the increase is as high as 86%. Many homeowners now spend a fifth of their income on home energy, and these costs are rising faster than inflation. Yet things are going to get much worse. Coal and gas prices are soaring, raising electricity production costs. Crumbling energy infrastructure needs to be replaced, and consumers like you and I will have to foot the bill. Wars in the Middle East and beyond are adding to the uncertainty. Heck, who knows where it will all end? Every time an energy bill arrived in the mail, I got another shock. Each was bigger than the last, biting a big hole in my bank balance. Desperate to save power, I did everything I could to save power. freezing through the winters and roasting through the summers. This wasn't the comfortable retirement I'd imagined, but worse was to come. One January, my granddaughter came to stay with me while her parents were away on business. I was looking forward to a wonderful week with 8-year-old Charlotte. I thought we'd ski across some snow-capped mountains, skate across icy ponds, and maybe bring a snowman to life. For 2 days, we did all those things and had a ball. Then our adventure turned into a nightmare. An unrelenting blizzard tore through our town, severing us from the outside world. The power lines fell under the storm's fury, and our only road became impassable. For days, Charlotte and I were stranded with no power and no means of escape. We nearly froze in the bitter cold. I watched the warmth drain from Charlotte's rosy cheeks, her once vibrant spirit dimming with each passing hour. Despite my efforts to shield her from the frostbite, her small body trembled, her eyes wide with fear. I did everything I could to keep my beautiful granddaughter alive. I fed her all the canned food I had. I wrapped her in my warmest blankets, but it wasn't enough. Charlotte turned deathly pale, with teeth chattering. She said, "I'm cold, Grandpa. So cold. Can't you make it stop?" Each word was a dagger to my heart, a cruel reminder of my helplessness in the face of nature's wrath. Feeling like a failure, I shook my head. I was out of ideas. I was supposed to be her protector, her guardian against the storms of life. Yet I was powerless. After 3 days, Charlotte was cold, sick, and fading fast, yet there was nothing more I could do. I became frantic with worry. Thank God, FEMA broke through on the 4th day and saved us. I cried tears of joy as paramedics fed us hot soup. We were safe at last. But I resolved I would not put my family in that kind of danger again. Never again would I be foolish enough to depend on the grid for electricity. So I searched for a new and better energy source. But what exactly? Solar was expensive and unreliable. Wind power? Too impractical. I was at a loss for a solution. Yet, just when things seemed hopeless, something extraordinary happened. I've never been a big churchgoer, but I do believe in God. And what happened next seemed like divine intervention. It turns out the energy source I sought was closer to home than I expected. Like I said, it's quite a tale. So buckle up while I explain how a strange electricity generator fell right into my lap. No doubt you've heard of Thomas Edison, the wizard of Menlo Park. He invented the light bulb and so much more. He introduced electricity to homes across the U.S., making life better for millions, pioneered recorded music, movies, and battery power, and was granted an astonishing 1,093 patents in his lifetime. But you haven't heard the most amazing story of all, the tale of the one that got away, because this miraculous invention never saw the light of day in his lifetime. Now that a whole century has passed, I can finally reveal the truth. The story begins in Edison's New Jersey lab. There he was, embroiled in the War of the Currents, battling rivals like Nikola Tesla. These inventors were competing to build the best energy system. A lot was at stake because the winner would gain great wealth and prestige. But Edison was losing the war. He needed something new to give him an edge. So he brought his most brilliant engineers together, forming a top-secret research team. Their mission was to design a brand new energy generating device. Edison didn't want to rely on fossil fuels for energy. He knew of the air pollution problems they created and that those resources would one day run out. He said, "We're like tenant farmers chopping down the fence around our house for fuel. Instead, we should be using nature's inexhaustible source of energy." Deep in the basement, the team toiled in secret. They burned the midnight oil to build a new device, one that would change electricity generation forever. As we now know, they succeeded beyond Edison's wildest expectations. They built a prototype of a radical new machine. Small and portable, this generated electricity in a whole new way. It didn't rely on oil, coal, or even solar energy. It can produce clean energy on demand. The generator was a game changer, and Edison was excited to patent it. But before he could act, disaster struck. Some say Edison's rivals heard about the secret project. With billions of dollars at stake, they thought it should never see the light of day. Here's what we know for sure. One evening, a mysterious fire started at Menlo Park. The blaze grew quickly into a raging inferno. and before dawn, it completely destroyed the lab. All of Edison's research work was burned to a cinder, including the plans for his new generator. The secrets of this revolutionary device were lost forever, or so it seemed. Now this is where I come into the story. A few weeks after that terrible snowstorm, I got more bad news. My father died after a short illness. I was devastated, of course, but this cloud turned out to have a silver lining. When my dad passed away, he left some documents to me in his will. I took them home and read them, and was amazed at what they contained. Alone in my workshop, I learned that engineering runs in my family. Long ago, my great-grandpa had been a technician on Edison's secret team. Against the rules, he'd taken his own notes about the machine's design. After the lab fire, he kept them locked away in his safe. He was afraid to let on that he'd stolen the layouts. When he died, they passed down the generations, and as no one realized their value, they were left to gather dust. For years, they lay forgotten in the attic, but now they belong to me, and I studied everything with growing wonder. As Great-Grandpa's notes explained, Edison's invention was brilliant. The generator harnessed a new power source unknown to Tesla and other competitors. While they built solar and wind-powered contraptions, Edison took a very different path. He harnessed a source of energy that lies beneath our feet, one that delivers endless amount of electricity. Now, I was the only person in the world who could build this device. I had everything: the notes, designs, parts list, and schematics. It all added up to a complete blueprint for building Edison's invention. But would this thing actually work? There was only one way to find out. I set to work building this extraordinary generator, carefully following the plans. I upgraded some parts with modern tech, but the principles stayed the same. In the stillness of my workshop, I felt the watchful eyes of generations past. I stood as the sole guardian of a legacy that could change the world. Clutching the notes, designs, parts list, and the sacred schematics, I held the key to resurrecting Edison's dream. The weight of this responsibility bore down on me with each piece I assembled, each wire I connected. I was breathing life into a legend that had slumbered for a century. This invention was a testament to human ingenuity, a bridge to a forgotten era of innovation. When it was ready, I was breathless with anticipation. Could I actually generate electricity with this contraption? I pressed a button to fire up the machine, and nothing happened. For what seemed an eternity, there was silence. The crushing void of failure loomed over me. I had to go back to the drawing board and recheck the layouts. After burning the midnight oil for weeks, I realized Great-Grandpa had made an error in his notes. It took me a whole winter to correct the error and redraw the plans. When I was finally ready to do another test, I was more nervous than ever. But to my amazement, the machine roared to life on the third attempt. Great-Grandpa's prototype ticked over smoothly and efficiently. Before my eyes, Edison's dream unfurled, and it generated electricity like nothing I'd seen before. I took it around my home, putting it through its paces. I fired up my TV, then my microwave oven, and my jacuzzi. It worked flawlessly every time. Out in the yard, it powered my pressure washer and my Christmas lights. I took it camping and used it to cook delicious meals. I tried it on my boat, and it worked perfectly. I loved it so much, I gave it a name: the Edison generator. I didn't intend to share this odd invention right away, but soon the cat was out of the bag. My neighbors asked how I could be so generous with electricity, why I didn't care when the power company hiked its prices yet again, and how my house was lit like a Christmas tree, even when blackouts plunged the whole town into darkness. So I had to show them my device, and when they saw how well it worked, they wanted one too. I thought back to the awful snowstorm. If we'd had this device then, it would have kept Charlotte and I warm. I knew it could be a lifesaver, so I shared the plans with my neighbors. They were able to build their own generators quickly and easily. Even the widow next door found it easy to assemble. She said, "I'm not practical at all, but I had no trouble putting this together. Within a few hours, I was powering up my kitchen appliances. Now, I'm saving hundreds of dollars every month. I've only got Social Security to live on, so saving this much money makes a big difference. Other neighbors got wonderful results too. Before long, I heard the sounds of power saws, mowers, and wood chippers echoing around our valley. All are powered by my unique generator. Sam Robinson, who lives on my street, said, "I love getting my own back on those greedy energy companies. Instead of paying them thousands a year, I've slashed that to peanuts, all from a hidden power source beneath my feet. But most important of all, I know my family is safe, whatever the world may throw at us. That's a big weight off my chest. I sleep much better at night now." Everyone who tried the device said much of the same thing. That's hardly surprising, because the Edison generator changes everything. For the first time ever, anyone can now generate unlimited power at almost zero cost. You can use this energy to light and heat your home all through the winter, and to cool it throughout the summer. The device is perfect for RV and caravan trips, or you can use it to power up fishing huts, hunting blinds, and off-grid cabins. Both at home and outdoors, you get clean energy on demand. Use as much power as you want without worrying about the cost. How is this possible? Because the Edison generator boosts energy by 500%, so even a tiny input gets magnified into a huge output. Better still, the device is designed to be durable. You can run it for decades with minimal maintenance. A quick check every few months is all that's needed. Soon, the good news about my creation began to spread. The trickle of inquiries turned into a flood. I realized this was too good to keep to myself. Thanks to my device, millions of people could finally break free. They'd never be tied to greedy power companies again. It was time to share Edison's lost invention. But first, there was more work to do. I had to rework the plans so they were safe to use in any state or any country. And I had to ensure the generator complied with all relevant regulations. Even though I'm an engineer, I needed specialist help. So I partnered with an electrical engineering company in Denver to do the job right. That took a lot of hard graft. The team updated the specs and modified the parts list. They used high-tech innovations to improve efficiency and reduce costs. They got all the necessary approvals and certificates. Then they tested everything to ensure it still worked efficiently. After months of work, the new plans were ready. I got the blueprints reproduced so everyone could have a copy. I wasn't looking to make a profit. I just asked for a small fee to cover my cost. That's how the Edison generator took off and became so successful. And now, it's your turn to reap the benefits. So, are you ready to slash 90% off your power bills? If you are, stick with me. I'll show you how to build your very own generator. It's much easier than you may think. Electrical or technical know-how is not required. If you can change a light bulb, you have all the skills you need. The blueprints are so easy to follow, you could ask a 10-year-old to build it. So much fun to make. It won't cost much either, because technology has moved on so much since Edison's day. Back then, electrical components were expensive and hard to find. Now, you can pick up all the parts at Home Depot or order them from Amazon. A short time from now, you could be relaxing in a home powered entirely by low-cost off-grid energy. You'll fill your home with as much heat as you want in winter, and flood it with cool air in summer. You'll power up dozens of devices without worrying about the cost. No more panicking when your electric bill arrives. Instead, you'll smile when you see how little you have to pay. But it's not just about money. You'll also have the peace of mind that comes from off-grid independence. When you rely on the grid for power, you risk being plunged into darkness. A tree on a power line, a failure at the energy plant, a terrorist attack. So many things can go wrong, leaving you and your family without heat, light, or power to cook food. A situation that can be life-threatening, especially in winter. But with the Edison generator, your loved ones will stay safe and warm, whatever happens. You can provide them with heat, light, and hot food. This device is strong and resilient. A perfect emergency generator. There are no fumes or emissions, and it makes very little noise, so you can use it anywhere indoors. And there are no solar panels to get blown away when windy weather strikes. Better still, you get the flexibility to build a device that's exactly right for your needs. Sure, I could build the devices myself and sell them on Amazon, but then you'd be stuck with a one-size-fits-all solution. Your generator might be too big to fit in your home, or too small to power all your needs. That's why I'm providing you with a complete blueprint for building the perfect fit. You can tailor the design any way you want. to get the maximum energy for minimal cost. So when you switch to the Edison generator, you'll be able to get amazing results, just like the 88,407 people who have slashed their power bill this way. Ralph Thompson from Cordova, Alaska says, "I was tired of watching my energy bills skyrocket every month. I considered investing in solar, but the cost was too high. That's when I discovered the Edison generator. It was easy to build, and the materials only cost me around $120. Now I'm saving hundreds of dollars on my electric." 65-year-old Seth Walker from Roanoke, Virginia, saved money too. As a retiree on a fixed income, I'm always looking to cut down expenses. I came across this lost invention and was skeptical at first, but the instructions were so straightforward, even I could follow them. My grandson helped me assemble it in a couple of hours, and the results have been amazing. I now power my entire home with it for a fraction of what I used to pay. It was also a revelation for Sherman Morris of Spearfish, South Dakota. When I learned that China controls my energy company, I had to get off the grid. Thanks to the Edison generator, I can now take care of my family, whatever happens. For me, the huge cost savings are the icing on the cake. Those are just a few of the hundreds of delighted messages and reviews we've received. These happy customers are creating a better world today and a wonderful prospect for tomorrow. Imagine a future where your grandchildren can grow up unfettered by energy bills, where they can see the stars without the glare of streetlights, and where the air they breathe is as clean as the energy that powers their lives. This is your chance to secure a legacy of freedom and sustainability, ensuring the next generations are not shackled by the same chains that have bound us. So if you're ready to start slashing your power bills too, it's time to act. After all, the need has never been more urgent. In recent times, we've seen power costs surge like never before. The cost of oil is skyrocketing, and turmoil worldwide is disrupting the supply chain. All this means energy prices will keep going up, gobbling up your paycheck. It's time to switch to a cheaper energy source. Yet most alternative energy options just don't cut it. If you want solar power, you'll need to install tens of thousands up front. Then you'll pay thousands more in maintenance. Heck, it might take 20 years just to break even. On top of that, you'll waste time tilting panels and fixing rodent damage. You'll have to clear out bird droppings and brush away snow. After all that, your panels still produce little power through the winter months. Heck, that's a terrible plan. But as 88,407 savers have discovered, switching to my device is a wonderful plan. It's a whole new way to approach your energy needs. You can easily build it for under $200 using easy-to-find parts. You get step-by-step instructions, so building this is as easy as painting by numbers. Just a short time from now, you can free yourself from the grid and generate power on your own terms. It's time to stop being dependent and start saving money. For me, this amazing invention has been the ticket to a new and happier life. I'm able to relax, knowing my electricity needs are all taken care of. I can heat or cool my entire home, feeling comfortable 365 days a year. And when new friends visit, I love to see the look of amazement on their faces. Best of all, I love the times when Charlotte comes to stay. We enjoy wonderful adventures together without fear of freezing to death. When she saw how the generator gives all the heat we need, Charlotte hugged me tight. With tears in her eyes, she said, "Thank you, Grandpa, for keeping me safe." That meant more to me than anything. I couldn't have felt happier if I'd won the lot. Now it's your turn to feel as happy as I do in my own home. But if you want to enjoy all these fabulous benefits, you need to act fast. The big power companies hate losing high-paying customers like you, and their towering skyscrapers of glass and steel, they're magnates perched like vultures. To them, your dreams of freedom and self-reliance are a menace to their empires, built brick by brick on your hard-earned dollars. Each month, as you pour your sweat into their coffers, they plot to crush your hopes of independence underfoot. They want more of your money to pay their fat cat bonuses, so they're trying hard to close this page down. If the bad guys can burn down a whole lab, they can surely smoke my little website. And with foreign powers controlling our energy, who knows what will happen? So be sure to order now before this page disappears. All the blueprints, designs, and schematics are offered in an electronic form. That means you can download them right away while the website is still online. Then, minutes from now, you'll be exploring the wonders of Edison's lost invention. A day or two later, your Edison generator could be up and running. You can start saving money this week, slashing your next power bill. Over the next year alone, you'll save a fortune. An alternative like solar could cost over $20,000. So I could easily charge $2,000 for these plans. It would still be a great deal, but you won't pay that much. I could ask for $500. You're sure to save in the first few months. That would be fair, right? But I'm not trying to make a profit. I just need to cover my research, design, and production costs. According to my accountant, I should charge at least $100. That's the regular price. But because you've stuck with me so far, I can tell you're committed to doing the right thing for your family. So I'm going to give you the best deal that I can. If you act now, I'll slash the cost to just $39. For that one-time payment, you get everything you need. You get the blueprints, the manual, the schematics, the step-by-step guides, and the parts list. Nothing held back. All for just $39. Compare this to your monthly energy bill, and you'll see it's a bargain. You'll have your generator working in no time, recouping your investment fast. So start saving 90% on your bills and protecting your family from harm. Just click the order button below. You'll be taken to our order page, which looks like this. Your order will be processed on our secure system. We use the same safety technology as Walmart.com, so you're 100% safe. Just enter your details to order now. It's easy and only takes a minute. Then you'll be taken to the private members area, where you get instant access to the documents. We've made them available digitally, so you can download them right away. You can start working on your personal power source today. No need to wait for weeks or worry about your package getting lost in transit. And if you have any questions after ordering, our friendly customer service team is here to help. Now, I understand some people are unsure about ordering online. I get it. I've been there. And you're right to be cautious. But I'm 100% confident you'll love the Edison generator, and I don't want you to miss out. Because of that, I've decided to take on all the risk. I'm offering a no-quibble 60-day guarantee backed by my personal promise. If you're not delighted with the results you get, I'll refund every cent of your purchase. Just send me an email and I'll give you every cent of your money back, even if it's 59 days and 23 hours from now. I'll even let you keep all the blueprints to say thank you for giving my device a try. So you have nothing to lose and everything to gain. When you order today, everything in your life starts to change for the better. No more worrying about electric bills ripping a hole in your monthly paycheck. And no more freezing through winter chills or sweating through summer heat waves. Instead, you and your family will be safe and comfortable 24/7 with unlimited access to low-cost power. Independent from the grid, you'll have a portable power source that gives you energy anywhere. But if you want to enjoy electricity at fire sale prices, you need to act now. Some of the parts you need are in short supply. If you order now, you'll be able to get them. If you wait too long, you'll be out of luck. You'll be stuck watching others bathe in light and warmth while you have to go without. And the sooner you start saving money. Remember, you can easily recoup your small investment in the first month. So it would be foolish to pass on this opportunity. Every hour you delay means you are throwing money down the drain. You are lining the pockets of the power company execs instead of saving for your own future. Remember, those fat cats want this page taken down. So if we get a cease and desist notice, this page may be gone tomorrow. And so will your chance to get dirt cheap electricity. So now you have to make a choice. Because as I see it, you have three options. Option number one is to do nothing, which I consider to be the fool's path. Like a deer caught in the headlights, you'll doom yourself to a disaster. You'll be tethered to the grid, unable to escape the rising cost and the dangers of dependency. You'll be praying your power company won't get too greedy, switching off appliances to try and save a buck, exposing your loved ones to the risk of freezing in a winter blackout. And when was the last time burying your head in the sand solved anything? Then there's option two, which is almost as hopeless. You could try to build your own energy machine, but without Edison's ingenious plans to guide you, where would you even start? You might spend hundreds of hours trying to find this hidden power source. Even if you figured that out, you'd still have no clue how to build the generator. And If you made one mistake in your design, you might electrocute yourself or a loved one. That's not a risk you should take. Anyway, why would you bother when I've done the hard work for you? I've laid out everything in a format that's easy to understand, and we've triple-checked everything to ensure it's safe. Even if you struggle to change a battery, you'll find it easy to build the Edison generator. No technical knowledge is needed, just follow the simple steps. So option 1 and option 2 are clearly non-starters. That's why I recommend you seriously consider option 3. That's the smart choice 88,407 people like you have already made. Order the Edison generator today. Discover the easy way to generate low-cost electricity on demand. There's only one question to consider. Do you have the courage to seize this chance? To step into a realm of independence where the power to light up your world rests firmly in your hands? Remember, time waits for no one. The forces who profit from your dependence are not standing still. Even as I speak, they're moving to snuff out this beacon of hope. So I implore you to act now, to secure your blueprints to freedom before they're forced into the shadows. The choice is yours. Will you step forward into the light, or will you let this moment, this chance, slip through your fingers? Let's build a brighter, freer tomorrow together. Click the order button now, and let's embark on this journey to a boundless energy future together. Seeing as you've stuck with me throughout this presentation, I know you're committed to doing the right thing for yourself and your family. I respect that, and I don't want you to miss out. So I've put aside a set of plans especially for you. I've asked the support team to hold it, so you have a chance to purchase. But with more orders coming through every minute, I can only maintain that hold for 10 minutes. After that, the plans will be released to the next person. Don't let someone else take your only chance at low-cost electricity. Order now while we're still holding your reservation. I'm not even asking for a yes, just a maybe. So the only way to lose today is not to order. Once you place your order, my team and I will be with you all the way. We'll give you all the help and support you need to get your generator up and running fast. I know that you truly want this. Otherwise, why would you still be here? You've already made the decision in your heart. It's time to take the next step and get what you truly want. Try this revolutionary device on me, fully protected by my rock-solid 60-day guarantee. To claim yours now while this page is still online, click the order button below. The clock is ticking, and this opportunity may not be available for long. So don't risk missing out and being stuck with sky-high energy bills. Make the smart, no-risk decision by ordering now. It's time to start a new chapter in your life, one brimming with the joy of plentiful low-cost energy. To make all this a reality today, just click below. Still here? Still thinking about it? Ask yourself why. Because 30 days from now, two things will happen. Either you will be 30 days older, or you'll be 30 days older and finally free of the grid, generating endless amounts of electricity at dollar store prices. The only difference in what happens is the decision you make. If you leave without doing anything, you'll continue to struggle with soaring electricity bills, always at the mercy of the next price increase. You'll never know the peace and security of having your own independent energy supply. But with my generator, you'll tap into an inexhaustible electricity supply. You'll discover secrets that have been lost for generations, and you'll enjoy an abundance of energy to power all aspects of your life. So 30 days from now, are you going to be just 30 days older? If you're serious about having unlimited, cheap power at your fingertips, the decision is easy. Click the link and order now. Escape the clutches of the energy companies and take control of your electricity needs once and for all. Are you still with me? I guess that means you have questions. So let me cover the ones that come up most often. When will I receive the Edison generator? We've made this amazing product available in digital format. You'll get all the documents you need electronically. You can download them right away and start building. No mail delays and nothing getting lost in transit. Where can I use it? We've tested it in all kinds of environments without experiencing any problem. It works great indoors, outdoors, and even on the water. It doesn't matter if the weather is roasting hot or freezing cold. And because it's easily portable, You can use the generator anywhere, from the middle of a lake to the top of a mountain. You're good to go. How much can I save? If you build the device according to our instructions, you can slash up to 90% off future energy bills. Why don't you just build these yourself and sell them? We have customers all over the world with very different requirements. It's impossible to build a device that's optimal for everyone. That's why we provide the complete blueprint, so you can build the generator that's exactly right for you. How long does this take to build? If you follow the simple instructions, you'll be able to put this together in 1 to 2 hours. It's a fun way to spend a Saturday afternoon. If you have kids, you can make it an exciting weekend project for all of the family. How much do the parts cost? If you build the smallest scale version, you may spend around $72 on parts. You'll get a generator that's useful for many different tasks. To power your entire home, you want to build the larger version. Even then, the cost of parts comes in less than $200. I'm hopeless at building things. Is this still for me? Absolutely. We've made it easy for anyone to build this device. It's as simple as doing a child's jigsaw puzzle, or you pay someone else to do it for you. Any teenager would be happy to build this for you for $50. Is it safe to order online? Yes, we use the same secure technology as Amazon and Walmart to protect your order. We do not keep your payment information, and your purchase is fully protected by our no-nonsense guarantee. What are the benefits of using the generator? First of all, you get to save up to 90% on your electricity bills. You also get a portable energy source you can use anywhere on your property, on water, or while traveling. Perfect for camping, fishing, and hunting. The generator is robust and powerful. Plus, you'll no longer be dependent on the power grid. Blackouts will become a thing of the past. How do I get started? That's easy. Click the order button to secure your Edison generator. You'll be taken to our secure order page where you can enter your payment details. Once you've placed your order, you'll get immediate access to all your digital products in your members area. And if you experience any issues, our trained customer service is on hand to help. But remember, the power companies want this page taken down. Be sure to order now while the opportunity is still available.